Hey house guests, welcome to tonight's Big Brother recap.
Okay,
I had to
well,
think of what I was doing there.
the last time we left these crazy F-nuts, Dan and Steven were on the block. By the way, Renny was looking extremely hot tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever she did, I want that.
So, Michelle didn't use the veto, and that's that.
Did you really think she would?
Not really.
Steven is trying desperately to stay in the house. He will do anything. He's making all kinds of, promises to people. And...
I'll give you a lap dance.
No. Okay, so there was a little epiphany in the house. Libra, Keesha, Ollie, and April realized that they weren't really in the dumbass alliance.
No.
They are the floaters. But they still didn't realize they're the floaters.
No.
They still think Jerry and Renny and Dan are floaters. You are the floaters. You! Okay, so Angie's sitting around with Memphis. And she totally hates April and Libra.
I don't blame her.
I don't even know how I can talk to them.
They're the meanest people in the house.
Yeah, pretty much. So, the Not Dumbass Alliance, aka floaters, want to get back at the ones that hate them, and they were like, do we dare keep Steven? No. Okay, time for Julie to check in with the house guests. So, first question tonight is for Jerry.
Do you think your fellow house guests respect you as a competitor, even though you're the oldest one?
He thinks so. I'm not so sure. Why don't you ask Libra that one?
Yeah. Julie was like, do you think that age makes a difference in the game? And she was like, I think they should even it up. And then she was like, no. But then, why would you say that? That's
I know.
Totally contradictory.
Well, Julie was like, I don't think you answered the question, biatch. And she was like, I don't know. Okay, so is there a little romance going on in the house? Well, if having sex 2 times means romance, then that's a big yes, Ollie and April. She didn't mention that, though.
No. Will they mention it? I don't know.
I don't know either. They're trying to clean up their act a little bit, but who knows? They might be waiting for next week to mention that one, because it usually takes them 2 weeks to incorporate stuff into the show. So, why do you like Ollie? He's easy to talk to. Yeah.
Ollie, what's your dad, the preacher, gonna think about this?
Well, my pops,
Yeah.
he would be okay with it as long as I was not disrespecting women. Well, guess what? If you're having sex outside of marriage, it's kind of disrespectful to the women.
And God.
Yeah, that too. That little thing too, everything your pops stands for. Okay, so it's Jessie versus Renny time. It's a total family feud. Renny's a pistol, and Jessie's a punk.
Yeah. Jesse was a run. He wasn't always Mr. Muscles.
No, he was a little girly man boy who probably got picked on quite a bit, so he had to get natural muscles. So, yeah, both of the families are getting in on the act, and they totally hate the other person.
Team Renny.
Yeah. Okay, so it's time to check in at the HOH. Alright, I love this question so much from Julie. Why do you think people think you're stupid, Jessie? and he was like, what?
Yeah.
What did you say? I'll come in there and bust your face open, Miss Chen. That's what he looked like he was gonna say. And then she said it again. And he was like, 'cause I'm young. And, maybe 'cause I have muscles.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't think he understood the question. He should have refused to respond.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your weakness? And he was like, I could see the wheels turning. I could hear it too. I don't have any weakness. Okay, his weakness was confiding in Michelle. How is that a weakness? And,
I guess because she's a girl.
And not putting up Renny. Guess what? You're a friggin' puppet, man. Your weakness is you can only listen to what other people tell you to do.
Word.
Ugh. Time for the live vote. The speeches. Oh my goodness. Dan, we had some laughs.
He was like, I know I'm not going, so.
Right. Then Steven got up there and he gave this crazy ass speech with all these quotes, and then he's like, "Suck it, bitches." That was the best ever. Oh, we're gonna miss you, Steven.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we predicted, it was a landslide vote, 9-0, that Steven's leaving the house.
Aww.
So it's time for Miss Chen to talk to Steven. "Yeah, Julie, it's a tough game." And then they had the goodbye messages from everybody.
Everyone's like, "Steven, it was so much fun. I'm gonna miss you."
Then this little F-nut shows up and is like, "Yeah, I'm glad you took the time to work out with me, and you could see how tough I had it to get to this physique."
What the hell? He makes everything about him.
We don't give a crap. Alright, so it's time for the HOH competition.
Woo!
Come on, let's get somebody good in there.
Yes.
In preparation for tonight's competition, the house guests were visited by aliens throughout the week. And yes, it was quite hilarious. Items were abducted from the house. Things were probed.
No!
So the competition is called Alien Abduction. And it's a whole face-off format. 2 people are facing off. The winner gets to choose the next couple that gets to face off. And the questions that they ask are about the items that were abducted by the aliens.
So Julie would basically say an item, and then you would have to say the room where it came from,
Right.
or if it wasn't missing.
Right. So first out was April. Then Renny, then Angie, then Jerry, then Michelle, then Dan, then Memphis, then Ollie. Ollie down here. Then it came down to Keesha and Libra.
Mm-hmm.
And now we wanted Keesha to win from the get-go. So we're all excited at this point. And you know what? Keesha wins HOH. Don't F it up, F-nut. Okay, so the little snippet at the end. Libra, if you're on slop for the 3rd week in a row, what the hell are you gonna do? She's like, "Well, Julie, I lost 20 pounds. Maybe I'll go
20?
for 30. I thought she said 20.
I thought it was 12.
Okay, maybe I'll go for 30. How do you get from 12 to 30? I don't know. But I'm on a liquid diet. Does that mean wine only? Till next time. Much love.